Let's talk about some common health mistakes that can really affect your well-being, especially as you get older. These are valuable insights that your average doctor might miss, so pay close attention. Doctors often focus on treating symptoms, not the root cause of health issues. They're trained to diagnose and prescribe medications, not necessarily to investigate the underlying factors that contribute to those conditions. So, if you're looking for real, lasting health solutions, think outside the conventional medical box and be proactive in your own health journey. First things first, make sure your health information comes from a reliable source, someone with experience and a proven track record. Don't blindly accept a diagnosis that doesn't feel right or a treatment plan that doesn't resonate with you. Speaking of treatment, be wary of solutions that cause more problems than they solve. Many medications have side effects that can be worse than the original symptoms. Weigh the potential benefits against the risks and explore alternatives whenever possible. Another crucial point is to be mindful of stress. Excessive stress can wreak havoc on your health. It can disrupt your sleep, elevate your cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and keep you in a constant state of anxiety. Develop healthy coping mechanisms and prioritize stress management techniques. Now let's talk about the importance of your environment. Spending time in nature is incredibly therapeutic and can have a profound impact on your overall well-being. Make it a priority to connect with nature regularly. And speaking of restoring balance, regular exercise is crucial. Exercise helps to flush out stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Aim for a combination of moderate intensity exercise like brisk walking or swimming and short bursts of high intensity exercise like sprinting. Now, let's talk about some of the most important nutrients for optimal health. Vitamin D is at the top of the list. This sunshine vitamin plays a vital role in regulating numerous bodily functions. To truly experience its benefits, you need to ensure you're getting enough, which often means supplementing with vitamin D3, especially if you have limited sun exposure. Magnesium is incredibly important. It's involved in thousands of processes in the body, including energy production, muscle function, and heart health. Zinc is another crucial nutrient that many people are deficient in. It's essential for a strong immune system and hormone production. It's important to understand that these three nutrients, vitamin D, magnesium, and zinc, work synergistically. On the flip side, there are two nutrients you need to be cautious about consuming in excess: calcium and iron. As we age, calcium tends to accumulate in the wrong places. Magnesium is the natural regulator of calcium, so if you're not getting enough magnesium, you're at an increased risk of calcium-related problems. Iron, while essential, can be toxic in excess. Our bodies have a limited capacity to excrete iron. Always be mindful of your iron intake, especially from supplements. Another common mistake is avoiding salt, particularly sea salt. There's a big difference between sea salt and refined table salt. Sea salt contains a wide array of minerals, while table salt is stripped of its natural minerals and often contains additives. If you're concerned about salt sensitivity, it's often related to a potassium deficiency. Here's another important point, especially for women going through menopause. Don't be afraid of cholesterol. As we age, our hormone levels naturally decline, and all of those hormones are made from cholesterol. When you restrict cholesterol in your diet, you're essentially depriving your body of what it needs to produce these vital hormones. Let's talk about diabetes. Diabetes is characterized by high blood sugar levels. So wouldn't it make sense to focus on reducing sugar and carbohydrate intake? It's not just about cutting down on sugar. It's also about reducing your intake of starch. Most of the starch people consume isn't explicitly labeled as starch. It hides under names like modified food starch or in ingredients like wheat flour. Now let's talk about macronutrients. Which one is the most important to prioritize for optimal health? Proteins. Your body is largely made up of protein. What foods provide the most healing benefits? Grass-fed beef and lamb are at the top of the list. They're nutrient powerhouses, providing high-quality protein, essential amino acids, trace minerals, and B vitamins. You can also get a concentrated dose of nutrients from organ meats. Cod liver oil is one of the best sources of vitamin A, vitamin D, and omega-3 fatty acids. Now let's talk about the frequency of eating. Every time you eat, you stimulate insulin production. And chronically elevated insulin levels are a major driver of many health problems. Try to consolidate your snacks into your main meals and aim for 2 main meals per day. This allows for longer periods of fasting between meals. And finally, let's talk about the gut microbiome. This is the vast community of microbes that reside in your digestive tract. It's an essential part of your overall health. It's mind-boggling that we would ever want to disrupt this delicate ecosystem with antibiotics. When you take an antibiotic, you permanently alter your gut microbiome. Supporting your gut microbiome is vital for maintaining optimal health. Include fermented foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, and yogurt in your diet regularly, and consider taking a high-quality probiotic supplement. We've covered a lot of ground today. Start creating your health now, because health is not something that just happens. It requires conscious effort and proactive choices.